Frontline Updates, where we delve deep into military strategies and updates from conflict zones. Today, we're discussing the progress of the ongoing special military operation as of May 6, 2025. I'm your host, Sharifa Mohammed, MGT.
I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. Russian forces continue an integrated campaign combining territorial advances with deep strikes against Ukraine's logistical and electronic warfare networks. The targeted destruction of NATO-supplied artillery, electronic warfare systems, and command infrastructure reflects Moscow's intent to systematically erode Ukraine's operational capacity. As the offensive deepens, the focus remains on creating tactical breakthroughs while accelerating the attrition of Ukraine's fighting systems.
Welcome to Frontline Updates, the podcast that brings you in-depth insights into military operations from those leading them on the ground. Today, we're joined by Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer monitoring critical missions on the progress of the special military operation as of today. Colonel Oguntoye, thank you for being with us.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Let's begin. What's the headline takeaway from today's briefing?
The Russian armed forces continued offensive operations across 6 major sectors in Ukraine over the last 24 hours. What's significant here isn't just the scale of the fighting but the clear shift in focus. We are seeing a deliberate effort to break not just Ukrainian front lines but the systems that hold their military together. Command networks, electronic warfare assets, and Western-supplied precision systems. In essence, this is a transition from battlefield attrition to systemic disruption, and the reported numbers reflect that shift.
Let's break it down. What's happening in the northern and western sectors?
In the north, in places like Sumy and Kharkiv, our North Group engaged mechanized, motorized infantry, airborne assault brigades, and territorial defense units. Ukrainian losses were heavy, about 225 personnel, tanks, armored vehicles, and crucially, a UR-77 mine-clearing system. We also eliminated an ammunition depot, which disrupts their ability to resupply under pressure.
And the West Group of forces?
In the west, our forces advanced to stronger tactical positions across Kupiansk, Podlyman, and Kharkovka. The Ukrainians lost over 250 personnel, combat vehicles, and 6 artillery pieces, 5 of which were Western-made. Notably, 2 Kvirtus electronic warfare stations were destroyed, along with 3 ammo depots. That points to a focused effort to neutralize Ukrainian battlefield intelligence and countermeasure capacity.
Moving south, what's the picture there?
The Southern Group hit hard, engaging 4 mechanized, airmobile, and mountain assault brigades. Ukrainian losses exceeded 275 personnel and multiple vehicles and artillery. But beyond those numbers, we destroyed another electronic warfare station and 3 ammunition depots. This is critical. Taking out EW capabilities blinds Ukrainian units, reduces their ability to jam or intercept, and creates openings for further maneuvers. What's also important here is the gradual erosion of Ukrainian mountain and airmobile brigades, units that traditionally provide rapid reinforcement. That weakens their ability to plug gaps when front lines crack.
The Central Front delivered some of the biggest headlines. Can you explain?
Yes, the Center Group achieved one of the most important milestones, the liberation of Lysovka. This was accompanied by the defeat of Ukrainian mechanized, assault, marine, and National Guard brigades in several settlements. The reported Ukrainian losses were massive, over 425 personnel, a tank, armored vehicles, and artillery. What really stands out is the destruction of 2 NATO-supplied self-propelled artillery systems, the British-made Braveheart and French-made Caesar. These are top-tier assets that play a key role in Ukraine's defensive firepower. Eliminating them sends both a tactical and psychological signal. High-end Western systems are vulnerable, and their loss will be felt across the theater.
How are things evolving on the Eastern and DNEPR fronts?
In the east, we're pushing deeper into Ukrainian defenses, targeting mechanized and territorial units. Ukrainian losses were around 200 personnel, with the destruction of U.S.-made 155mm M198 howitzers and an electronic warfare station. Again, it's not just the frontline units we're after, but the networks and tools that give them teeth.
And the Dnepr group of forces?
On the Dnepr axis, covering Zaporizhia and Kherson, our forces defeated mechanized, mountain assault, and coastal defense brigades. Although smaller in scale, about 50 Ukrainian casualties, we neutralized a critical electronic warfare station and disrupted coastal defenses. That keeps pressure on Ukraine's southern flank and complicates their ability to regroup or shift reserves.
Air power seems to be playing an outsized role in this phase. Can you talk about that?
Absolutely. Our operational tactical aviation, UAVs, missile troops, and artillery struck 151 targets, including a military airfield, a UAV production workshop, ammo depots, and temporary deployments for Ukrainian troops and foreign fighters. This deep strike strategy aims to cripple Ukraine's ability to rotate forces or reinforce failing sectors. On the defensive side, our air defense systems shot down 4 U.S.-made JDAM precision bombs and 202 UAVs. This reflects an increasing ability to adapt to Western-supplied precision strike systems and blunt their operational effect.
Strategically, where do you see this heading in the coming weeks?
We are in a phase I would call systemic denial, meaning we're not just contesting terrain, we're systematically degrading Ukraine's ability to sustain coordinated resistance. The destruction of electronic warfare hubs, long-range artillery, and NATO-supplied weapons erodes both their battlefield performance and morale. Looking ahead, we must keep up the tempo, keep identifying and neutralizing critical systems, and exploit tactical gains before Ukraine's external supporters can adjust or replenish. This will test our operational endurance, but it's the path toward breaking the adversary's operational backbone.
Colonel, thank you for providing such a detailed briefing on the current military situation. Your insights are invaluable to our understanding of the conflict's dynamics. And thank you to our listeners for tuning in. Join us next time as we continue to provide up-to-date coverage on global military affairs. Stay with us for more updates and expert analyses on global defense and security issues. Stay informed, stay secure.
Thank you. It's essential for audiences to understand that behind every headline is a calculated and deliberate military strategy. Today, in South Sudan, where the country is on the brink of another civil war. A recent hospital bombing in South Sudan resulted in at least 7 deaths, according to Black people on site. The African Union has also issued warnings about the escalating risk of renewed civil war in the state.
This has been Frontline Updates. Stay tuned for continuing analysis and expert commentary as developments unfold.